I hope all of you are doing good. Let's start today's chapter, fraction. Color of the following to show the fraction. Okay, 1 by 6 is the fraction and we have to color. So how many parts will you color out of 6? Of course, 1. You will color only one part. Okay. Similarly, you have to here color 2 parts out of 3. Okay, you can use any color of your choice. Okay. What is fraction? A fraction is a part of a whole. It shows one or more parts out of many equal parts. Consider the following figures. Figure 1 is divided into 5 parts and 2 parts are shaded. Okay, the shaded portion represents 2/5, that is 2 by 5 you can say. In the second figure, the figure is divided into 8 parts and 3 such parts are shaded. Here 3/8 is a fractional number. Consider the following table. Okay, let's see. Figure, this is 1 part out of the 2 equal parts, that is 1 by 2, or you can see half. Here 1 part out of 4 equal parts, 1 by 4 or 1/4. In this figure, 1 part out of 3 equal parts, 1 by 3 and 1/3. In this figure, 2 parts out of 5 equal parts have been shaded. So this is 2 by 5 or 2/5. And here in this figure, 2 parts out of 9 equal parts have been shaded. So the fraction is 2 by 9 and the fraction number is 2 and 9. In the above chart, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 2 by 5 and 2 by 9 are called fractions, and the numbers such as half, 1/3, 1/4, 2/5, 2/9 are called fractional numbers. Okay, fraction as a part of a whole. Let us divide a circle into 3 equal parts as shown in figures given below. The shaded region is 1/3, right? 1 by 3, because 1 part out of 3 has been shaded. Okay, the shaded region is a 2/3, that is 2 by 3, and the shaded region is a 3/3, that is a 3 by 3. 3/3 makes a whole, that is a 3 by 3 is equals to 1. Okay, the shaded region is 1/4, that is 1 by 4. The shaded region is 2/4, that is 2 by 4. The shaded region is a 3/4, that is 3 by 4. The shaded region is 4/4, that is 4 by 4. Again 4/4 makes a whole, that is 4 by 4 is equals to 1. Fraction as a part of a group. We may represent 1 out of 6 bananas and 3 out of 8 mangoes as shown below. See, there are 6 bananas, 1/6, 1 by 6. Okay, here there are total 8 mangoes. Okay, and 3 out of mangoes are shown below, right? Fraction as a ratio. Fraction may be represented as a ratio, that is the number of objects in one group compared with the number of objects in another group. For example, the ratio of mangoes to apples as shown in figure 6 is 2:3, which is represented by the fraction 2 by 3, right? Fraction as division. The shaded part, figure 7, represents 2 by 3. Okay, see, this is 1 by 3, 1 by 3. We'll add both of them, we'll get 2 by 3. So 2 of the shaded parts which have seen represent 2/3 of a circle. Together make 1/3 of 2 circles, that is 2 by 3 means 2 divided by 3. Okay, in fraction 2 by 3, the number 2 and 3 are separated by a small bar. Okay, there is a bar. The number 2 above the bar is numerator and the number 3 below the bar is a denominator. Okay, so fraction is numerator upon denominator. Okay, example 1, write the fractions representing the shaded portion. So write the fraction. 9 parts, there are total 9 parts, out of which 3 are shaded. 3 by 9, this is 1 by 4, this is 4 by 8. Okay, the fractions representing shaded portions are 3 by 9. We can also write 3 by 9 as 1 by 3 and 4 by 8 as 1 by 2. Example 2, color the part according to the given fraction. 1 in 6. There are 6 equal parts, you have to color just 1 part. Okay, here there are 9 parts, out of which you have to color 4 parts. Okay, Example 3, write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. What fraction of them are prime numbers? Okay, so the natural numbers are from 2 to 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, these are 11 in number. Okay, now the prime numbers. Which one is prime number? 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. So out of 11, there are 5 prime numbers. Okay, like fractions. Fractions with same denominators are called like fractions. For example, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4 are like fractions. Okay, all these fractions are having same denominator. Unlike fractions, fractions with different denominators are called unlike fractions. For example, 4 by 7, 3 by 5, 4 by 9, 3 by 8 are unlike fractions. As you can see, all the denominators are different. Okay. Next, equivalent fractions. If the numerator and the denominator of a fraction are multiplied or divided by the same whole number, we get a fraction which is equivalent to given fraction. For example, 1 by 3, 2 by 6 and 3 by 9, etc. are equivalent fractions. See the pictorial representation of equivalent fraction. This is 1 by 2, this is 2 by 4, this is 3 by 6. Observe carefully. This is half, this is also half, and this is also half. Okay, so we can find equivalent fractions by multiplying the numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, that is 1 by 2. Multiply it by 2, and here also means we'll multiply numerator and denominator by the same number. We'll get 2 by 4, and if we multiply it by 3, then we'll get 3 by 6. Means 1 by 2, 2 by 4 and 3 by 6, these are equivalent fractions. Okay. Example 1, find the equivalent fraction of 3 by 5 having denominator 20, B having numerator 27, and C. So here we have different conditions. Okay, so what conditions are here? See, you have a fraction 3 by 5. Okay, now we have to make a denominator 20. So how can we make a denominator 20? Let's divide 20 by 5. Okay, so we'll get 4. So you have to multiply denominator by 4 and numerator by 4. So you will get 12 by 20. Okay, and B part, you numerator 27. Okay, so how can we make a 27? Divide 27 by 3, you get the answer right. So multiply it by 9 and multiply 5 by 9. Okay, so you will get 27 by 45. Okay. Example 2, find the equivalent fraction of 36 by 48 with numerator 9. So what will you do? We will divide 36 by 9. You will get 4. Means you have to divide this by 4 and this also by 4. So you will get 9 by 12. Okay, and B part, denominator should be 4. So in this case, what will you do? 36 by 48. You will divide denominator by 4. So you will get your 12. So divide this by 12 and this also by 12. So you'll get 3 by 4. Okay, let's do exercise 8.1. Write the fraction representing the shaded portion. Okay, so there are total 1, 2, 3, 4 parts and only 2 parts are shaded. So 2 by 4 is the fraction, or 2 by 4 or half 1 by 2, right? Numerator and denominator. Look at the fraction 2 by 3. Here 2 is called the numerator, you know that, 5 is called the denominator. Fraction bar, okay, fraction bar is this. The line between the numerator and the denominator also has a special name. It is called a fraction bar. Each fraction is written as numerator, number of parts taken, and denominator, total number of parts of the whole. Representation of fractions on the number line. Fraction can be represented by points on a number line. Draw a number line. Mark points for the whole numbers 0 and 1. Divide the unit into 2 halves. Mark the point of division. It divides the segment of unit length into 2 equal parts, so we can name this point as half. Okay. First, you will draw a number line. Okay. Here you will mark points for the whole numbers. 0 and 1. Okay. Now you have to divide unit into 2 halves. Okay. Now you have to mark the point of division. Okay. This is half. Okay. To represent 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 on the number line, divide segment of unit length into 3 equal parts. That is, in this case, what will you do? 0, 1. You will have to divide it into 3 equal parts. Okay. So this is 1 by 3, this is 2 by 3, this is whole, means 3 by 3. To represent 1 by 4, 2 by 4 and 3 by 4 on the number line, divide the unit segment into 4 equal parts. Okay, like in this case. Okay, now you 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 equal parts. Okay, the points of division are marked as 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, and each part is equal to 1 by 4. Similarly, we can divide the unit segment into as many equal parts as we like. Example 1, represent a 3 by 5 on the number line. Draw a line, mark the points A, B for the whole numbers 0 and 1 respectively. Since the denominator is 5, the total number of equal parts are 5. So, divide the unit segment into 5 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The numerator 3 shows that 3 parts are to be taken. We have to represent 3 by 5. Okay. This is 1 by 5, this is 2 by 5, this is a 3 by 5. Okay. Example 2, write the fraction represented by point M on the given line. Okay. First, what you have to do is count the number of equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. AB has been divided into 8 equal parts. Point M shows that 5 parts are taken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hence, the fraction that names a point M is equals to 5 by 8. Simplest form or lowest form of a fraction. When we multiply both terms of a fraction by the same number, we get an equivalent fraction. Like 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by 3 into 2 into 2 is equals to 2 by 6. 1 by 3, if you multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3, we'll get 3 by 9. Okay, and we'll multiply it by 4, then we'll get 4 by 12. So 2 by 6, 3 by 9, 4 by 12 are all equivalent fractions, but 1 by 3 is the fraction in its lowest terms. So fraction is said to be in lowest term or lowest form or simplest form if its numerator and denominator have only one as common factor. To find the equivalent fraction in the simplest form, divide the numerator and denominator by the HCF of numerator and denominator. Example 1. Find the simplest form of a 6 by 36. The given fraction is 6 by 36. The HCF of 6 and 36 is 6. So, we will divide this by 6 and 6. So, 1 by 6 is the answer, which is the simplest form of 6 by 36. Okay. Example 2, reduce the following fraction into simplest or lowest form. 48 by 60. Here we will find the HCF of 48 and 60, which is 12. Then we will divide 48 and 60 by 12. Okay, so we will get 4 by 5. So, this is the simplest form. Okay. Exercise 8.2. Fill in the blanks with the word numerator or denominator. In 2 by 3, 2 is the, of course, numerator. Okay. And in 5 by 6, 6 is the denominator. Okay. Comparison of fractions. Comparison of fractions with like denominators and unlike numerators. All the fractions represented by the figures given here have the same denominator. 0 by 4, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4, 4 by 4. Therefore, it is clear from the above figure that 0 by 4 is less than 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is less than 2 by 4, 2 by 4 is less than 3 by 4, and 3 by 4 is less than 4 by 4. Hence, for like fractions means with the same denominator, the fractions having the greater numerator is greater. Example, compare the fractions. You have 1 by 2, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5. We have to compare this. Okay. See the following stripes. We see that in like fractions, larger the numerator, the greater is the fraction. Here you can see larger the numerator and the greater the fraction. So 1 by 5 is less than 2 by 5, 2 by 5 is less than 3 by 5, and 3 by 5 is less than 4 by 5. Example 2, compare the following fractions. Okay, 5 by 9 and 7 by 9. Both have same denominator. Okay, and see, these are like fractions. Denominator is same, and whether 5 is greater or 7 is greater. 7 is greater. Okay, so this fraction will be greater. Okay, similarly, this will be greater, 9 by 10. Okay, okay, and in this case, this is a greater, right? Comparison of fractions with the like numerators and unlike denominators. Till now, we learned the comparison of fractions with like denominators. Now, it's time to learn about the comparison of fractions with like numerators but unlike denominators. Let us consider two fractions, 4 by 5 and 4 by 7. Consider two stripes of equal length. Okay, this is 4 by 5 and this is 4 by 7. The first one we divide into 5 equal parts and the second one into 7 equal parts. Obviously, 4 parts of the first stripe are longer than the 4 parts of the second stripe. Therefore, 4 by 5 is greater than 4 by 7. Thus, between two different fractions with the same numerator, the fraction with a smaller denominator is greater than the fraction with greater denominator. Example, we have to compare 1 by 5 and 1 by 6. Numerator are same. Okay, so the fraction with a smaller denominator is greater. That means this one is greater. Okay, and in other example also 3 by 8 and 3 by 11. Which one is greater? This one is greater since the denominator is smaller. Okay. Ascending order and descending order of fractions. To arrange unlike fractions in ascending or descending order, we first convert them into equivalent fractions with a common denominator. The common denominator is the LCM of all the denominators. Example, arrange the following fractions in ascending order. So here are the fractions 2 by 5, 3 by 4, 5 by 6, 3 by 10. LCM is 60, so we will make denominator 60 of every fraction so that we can compare them easily. Okay, so first fraction we have 2 by 5. Let's make denominator 60 by multiplying it by 12. So here in numerator we will also multiply numerator by 12. So 24 by 60. Okay, next is a 3 by 4. We will have to multiply 4 by 15. Here also 45 by 60. Next is 5 by 6, 10, here 10. So 50 by 60, 3 by 10, 6 into 6, 18 by 60. Now see, now they have become equivalent fractions, okay, and denominators are same. Now we can compare it easily. Okay, so we have to arrange them in ascending order. Which one is smaller? 18. 18 by 60, then 24 by 60, then 45 by 60, and then 50 by 60. Okay, 18 by 60 is 3 by 10, 24 by 60 is 2 by 5, and 45 by 60 is 3 by 4, and 50 by 60 is 5 by 6. So this is the ascending order. Okay. Exercise 8.3. Put greater than or less than or equal to in the boxes. 9 by 11, 9 by 14. Numerator are same. So whenever numerator is same, the fraction having the smaller denominator is the greater one. So this one is greater. Your denominator are same, so this one is greater, right? Addition and subtraction of fractions. In the previous classes, we have learnt about the addition and subtraction of natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. In day-to-day life, we come across many situations where we have to add or subtract fractions. For example, on Monday, Ravi does half of the homework given in the class by teacher. On Tuesday, he does 1 by 4 of the total work. How much homework does he do in both days? Here we require fractions to be added. Means we need to find out how much work he has done, homework he has done in both days. So we will add up these fractions, right? Number 2, Meena and Reena worked for 2 by 3 of an hour and 3 by 5 of an hour respectively. Who worked longer and by how much? Here we require the smaller fraction to be subtracted from the greater fraction, right? Addition of fractions. Addition of like fractions, which you learned in your previous class. Method is sum of 2 or more like fractions is a sum of their numerators upon common denominator. For example, find the sum of 3 by 8 plus 5 by 8. Denominator, we have same. These are the like fractions. So, we will add numerators 3 by 5 upon common denominator. So, 8 by 8 is the answer, or you can also write it 1. Okay. Addition of unlike fractions. Method. To add unlike fractions, we must first change them to like fraction and then add. Example, find the sum of 3 by 5 and 5 by 6. Okay. We cannot add these fractions because these are unlike fractions. First, we need to convert them into like fractions. Okay. So, let's do 3 by 5 and 5 by 6. Okay. First, we will take LCM of 5 and 6. So, LCM of 5 and 6, here you can see, is 30. Okay. LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. Now, you have this fraction, we will make denominator 30 by multiplying 5 by 6, and we also multiply 3 by 6. So, this is 18 by 30. Next fraction is 5 by 6. We will multiply 6 by 5 and 5 by 5. So, 25 by 30. Now, we have converted these unlike fractions into like fractions. Now, we can add them up easily. See, 18 by 30 plus 25 by 30. Okay. So, 18 plus 25 by 30. Okay. Now, add them. 8 plus 5, 13. 1 carry, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 43 by 30 is the answer, right? See, okay. But here you can see this fraction, which is 43 by 30, it has been converted into mixed number. Okay. Now, subtraction of fractions. Subtracting like fractions. Method, difference of 2 like fractions is equals to difference of their numerators upon common denominator. Example, find the value of 5 by 8 minus 2 by 8. This is also similar. 5 minus 2 by 8. So, 3 by 8 is the answer. Okay. And subtracting unlike fractions. Method, to subtract unlike fractions, change them to equivalent like fractions and then subtract. Example, find the value of 7 by 12 minus 3 by 8. Let's find out. 7 by 12 minus 3 by 8. We'll first take LCM of 12 and 8. LCM of 12 and 8 is equals to 24. Okay. Now, in this fraction, we will make denominator 24 by multiplying it by 2, and we will also multiply numerator by 2. So, 14 by 24, and next is a 3 by 8. We will multiply 8 by 3 and 3 also by 3. So, 9 by 24. Okay. Now, let's add, not add, we have to subtract. Okay. 14 by 24 minus 9 by 24. So, 14 minus 9 by 24. Okay. And the answer is 5 by 24. Okay. This is the answer. Okay. Similarly, you will do this example also. Okay. Note, if the difference is not in its lowest term, so reduce the fraction to the lowest term. Okay. Let's do exercise 8.4. You have to add. Okay. These are the like fractions. 6 by 13 plus 5 by 13 plus 2 by 13. Simply add numerators. Okay. And then common denominators. 6 plus 5, 11 plus 2. 13 by 13, or we can write it as 1. Okay. Word problems on addition and subtraction of fractions. Example 1. Ramesh bought 2 kg of potatoes. 7 by 4 kilogram of tomatoes and 3 by 2 kilogram of onions from the market. Find the total weight of the vegetables he has bought. Okay, so we have to find out the total weight of the vegetable which Ramesh bought from the market. So what we have to do is we have to add the weight of potatoes, tomatoes and onions. Okay, so we'll write weight of potatoes, weight of tomatoes, weight of onion, and then we'll add them. Okay. Example 2, Aman weighs 143 by 3 kilogram while Amit weighs 307 by 6 kilogram. Who weighs more and by how much? Okay, so weight of Aman is this and weight of Amit is this. So difference of their weight, what would it be? First we'll find the LCM, okay, and then we'll minus or we'll subtract, okay, so that we could know who weighs more and by how much. So from here we can conclude Amit weighs 7 by 2 kilogram more than Amit. Okay, let's do exercise 8.5. Word problems. Out of his salary, Mr. Kesa spends 2 by 5 on foods, 3 by 10 on rent and 3 by on clothing. What a fraction of his salary does he spend on food, rent and clothing? So what will we do? We simply add these three fractions. Okay. So part of, or you can say fraction of salary spent on foods. How much he spent, Mr. Kesa, how much Mr. Kesa spent? 2 by 5. Fraction of salary spent on rent. 3 by 10. And a fraction of salary spent on clothing. Clothing, okay, is 2 by 15. Okay, what we have to find out is that what fraction of his salary he spent on food, renting and clothing. So we will have to add all these fractions. Okay, 2 by 5 plus 3 by 10 plus 2 by 15. Okay, denominators are not same. So what will we do? We will take LCM of 5, 10 and 15. Okay, 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. So LCM of 5, 10 and 15 is 5 into 2 into 3. 5 2s are 10 and 10 3s are 30. So the LCM is 30. Okay, now convert all these fractions into like fractions. 2 by 5. Multiply 5 by 6 and here also 12 by 30. Right. Next is a 3 by 10. We'll multiply 10 by 3 and we'll multiply 3 by 3. 9 by 30. Okay. Next is 2 by 15. 15 into 2. Here also 2. 4 by 30. Now we will add these fractions. Okay, 12 plus 9 plus 4 by 30. Okay, 30 is a common denominator. Okay, 12 plus 9 is what? 21 plus 4 is equals to 25 by 30. Okay, we can also reduce this fraction to lowest term. We'll simply, what will we do? We'll divide this by 5 and we'll get 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is the required fraction. Okay. Multiplication and division of fractions. Multiplication of fractions. Rule. When we multiply two fractions, the product has the numerator that is the product of the numerator of the fractions and it has a denominator that is the product of the denominators of the two fractions. Example, find the product of the following 3 by 2 into 7 by 4. We will multiply numerator together and denominator together. So the answer is 21 by 8. Okay. Example 2, find the following 2 by 5 of a rupee. Okay. You know 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. So 2 by 5 of a rupee means 2 by 5 of 100 paise. Okay. We will multiply these two numbers, that is numerator. So 200 upon 5 and we'll get 40 paise. Okay. B part, 5 by 8 of a kilogram. 5 by 8 of a kilogram. We know that 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. So 5 by 8 of a kilogram is, okay, and then we'll multiply 5 by 1000. 5000 by 8 and is equals to 625 grams, right? Reciprocal fractions. Two numbers whose product is 1 are called reciprocals of each other. The reciprocal fraction of a given fraction is that fraction which, when multiplied by the given fraction, gives the product 1. Example, write down the reciprocal fraction of the following. Okay, 3 by 8. What will be the reciprocal of 3 by 8 is 8 by 3. Okay. Because 3 by 8 into 8 by 3, the product will be 1. Okay. Similarly, reciprocal of 1 by 7 is 7 by 1 or simply 7. And reciprocal of 5 is 1 by 5. Okay. Exercise 8.6, question number 1, multiply the following fractions. Let's multiply. 5 by 7 into 2 by 5. 5 into 2 is 10, 7 by 5 is 35. Or you can also reduce it to lowest term. You will divide it by 5 or 5. 2 by 7. Or simply what you can do is 5 goes. So 2 ones are 2 and 7 ones are 7. So, okay, so 2 by 7 is the answer. Okay. Word problems on multiplication of fractions. Example 1. A book consists of 654 pages. Amit read 2/3 of this book in a week. How many pages did he read? The total number of pages we have 654 and pages read by Amit 2 by 3 of 654. So the answer will be 436 pages. Example 2, Amar spends 5 by 8 of his income in household expenses and saves the rest. If his salary is 6,000, what are his monthly expenses? Okay. So his monthly expenses 5 by 8 of his income. Okay, so 5 by 8 of his income is 6,000. So his monthly expenses is rupees 3,750. Okay, let's do exercise 8.7. Word problems. Amarpreet weighs 48 kg. If his younger sister weighs 9 by 16 of Amarpreet's weight, find her weight. Okay. So weight of, whose weight we have to find? Weight of Amarpreet's sister. Okay. Amarpreet's sister is 9 by 16 of Amarpreet's weight, that is 48 kg. Okay. See, 16 ones are 16, 16 threes are 48. So 9 threes are 27. So weight of Amarpreet's sister is 27 kg. Division of fractions. Rule: to divide a fraction by another fraction, the first fraction is multiplied by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Okay. Let's do the example. 3 by 5 divided by 4 by 7. Okay. What will we do in this case? 3 by 5 and we will do reciprocal of this number and will multiply. Okay. 7 by 4. Right. So 3 sevens are 21, 5 fours are 20. Let's take one more example. 5 divided by 9 by 4. So 5 multiplied by the reciprocal of this fraction, which is 4 by 9. Okay. 5 fours are 20 and 9 ones are 9. Okay. Now what problems on division? Example 1. The product of two numbers is 50 by 3. If one of the numbers is 27 by 5, find the second number. Okay. You know the product of two number is 50 by 3. We know the first number, which is 27 by 5. So how we gonna find the second number? We'll divide the product of number by the first number, which is 27 by 5. Okay. 50 by 3, and whenever we divide the fractions, what we do? We do the reciprocal of second number, then multiply. 5 by 27. 7. Okay, so we'll get 250 by 81, right? Let's do exercise 8.8. Simplify. 5 by 7 divided by 9 by 14. 5 by 7 multiply, we'll do the reciprocal of this number, 14 by 9. 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 5 twos are 10 by 9. So 10 by 9 is the answer, right students? Now you will do practice of remaining questions.